Hey Flosstube, welcome back. It is Sunday the 18th of October and it's been about a week since I recorded my last video. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed already. I think the last time I checked I had 54 subscribers, which is insane. For 2 videos, that's like insane. But thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. This week I have a few things to show. I have no stash acquisitions. I will never get that word right. This week I'm still waiting on my needle minders from Jeannie over at my Minding My Minders to show up. However, she had her Christmas sale start today, so my first order hasn't arrived yet, but I've already placed my second order. I am insane, but never mind. So yeah, I have a couple of things to talk about this week. I have a finish, woohoo, a new start because I finished something, a couple of whips, and then I'll just show you what I plan on working on this week. So we'll start with the finish. I finished my Shy Guys. Here they are. I've just realised I have a thread on the back that I haven't trimmed off, but they are finished. I may come back and stitch all their masks in. They kind of look okay, but it's not really showing up, but it's actually kind of off-white Ada, and yeah, they just kind of look like they have dirty masks a little bit where it's not stitched in. So not too sure yet, but I'll have a think and figure it out. My boyfriend still hasn't finished his. I actually finished this round his house a couple of days ago, and he was a little bit upset that I finished and he hasn't, but there they are. The pattern was from spritestitch.com, and it's by someone whose username is Spin Until You Fall. And yeah, that's them. I'm really pleased with the way that they came out. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm sure it will end up in my future games room at some point. So yeah, that was my finish. And then for my first, my new start, sorry, I decided to try something new. I've never done black work before, so I bought this little, this kit from Excalibur Counted Blackwork Starter Kit. I think that's who it's by. Oh no, sorry, it's by Classic Embroidery, and it is the Excalibur, Counted Blackwork Starter Kit. It's Little Owl. And this actually came with 14 count Ada and black floss to stitch it in as a kit. And me being me, I decided to change pretty much everything about the kit. So that's what it will look like when it's finished. Very simple blackwork patterns, which I'm looking forward to getting onto. But this is how far I've gotten. As you can see, I got a little board filling in the outline, so I have one wing left to finish outlining, and then I started on the fill. And I'm actually using where do I put them? I'm actually using Anchor floss, and I substituted the black for the outline is in 360, and then the fills are actually going to be 2 of the Anchor variegated threads. The inner part of his body here is going to be one colour, which if I can get into my pattern, bear with, the colour's gone funny again, hold on, I think I know how to fix. I'm back, sorry about that, I managed to fix the colour this time. So yeah, as I was saying, this inner part of his body, sorry, is going to be this variegated colour here. It's actually Anchor 1385, and it's this lovely variegated colour there. And then his wings and the top part of his head here, I will be stitching in Anchor 1390, which is it's lots of browns and tans. I'm hoping you can see that properly. But there we go. So they're all Anchor ones this time. Normally I use DMC, but I've had no problems with the Anchor. I know a lot of people say that the black covers better than the DMC. Personally, I don't find a difference between the two, but that's just me. So hopefully I'll work some more on that this week, but if not, it's stitching up very, very quickly. That was literally like one evening's work, which being nothing but back stitch, it's kind of what I'd expect. But there we go. Next up, I was kind of inspired by Kate, Stash Queen, sorry, with her focus for a finish part of her rotation, where she stitches for 30 minutes a day on a project that is nearly finished. And she does that every day until that project is finished. She just finished doing The Letter T by Nora Corbett, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so jealous. But so I have a Lizzie Kate project that I've been working on for over a year now. And to be honest, I hate this project. I love it. It looks lovely, or it will do when it's finished. I love the way that the finished article looks. But I have made a mistake in every single one of these charts, and I've had to frog, and oh, it's just been a bugbear. And I'm so nearly done. I only have 2 sections left to finish, so I would love to see this finished. It is the Green Series by Lizzie Kate, and this is how much I had done there. I have actually finished the border. It's just under the Q-snap. I can't be bothered to take it off because I have been working on it. So I have all of the last 4 finished. So Save Water, Eat Locally, Keep Our Air Clean, and Be Kind to Animals. So the only ones I have left to do are Plant a Tree, which goes here, and Ride a Bike. I have made a couple of changes to this chart. Originally, this bottom banner at the bottom here is a free chart that's available off of the Lizzie Kate website. And originally it said, be well, live peaceably with the earth. And peaceably didn't sound right to me. So I recharted it. So it says live peacefully. I managed to kind of fudge an F and a U in there. So it hasn't actually taken up any more space on the chart. The spacing is exactly the way that it should be. It just reads a bit better for me. And then this is what I've been working on this week. So I've worked on this. When did I start this? Wednesday night. So from Wednesday to Sunday. When I first started it on Wednesday, all I had stitched on this one was this bottom line. So since Sunday, this is what I've done, working on it half an hour a day. She is charted to have brown hair. And every time I looked at it, I thought it was a boy wearing like one of those like coonskin hats. So I changed her to blonde, and I put a couple of blue stitches that match her earrings. Originally that was one stitch there that was brown, the same as her hair colour. So I omitted that one and added an extra stitch in, and I stitched it in the turquoise colour to make it look like a hair tie, and it just looks a little bit more like hair to me. So yeah, I did make her blonde. I probably should have made her a redhead. I probably would have made her a redhead because I prefer redheads, but with the lettering being red and orange, I was kind of like, okay, well, and there's not a lot of the yellow colour in this entire chart, and there's none in the Plant a Tree either, I don't think. So yeah, I was kind of like, okay, well, it'll bring the yellow across a little bit more if I make her a blonde. So I'm going to carry on with this for half an hour every day until this piece is finished, because honestly, I cannot wait to get this out of my stitchy pile, because I've had enough of it being in there. Once patterns have been in there for like a year or two, I'm kind of like, I need to finish them. So that's that one. Hopefully this will be finished this week as well. And then the only other thing that I've worked on this week, stitchy wise, is my Doctor Who. I actually stitched on this today because I didn't get around to watching the Doctor Who episode last night. I watched it today. It was the one with the girl from Game of Thrones. I know she's a Stark. I forget which character she plays. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. So yeah, I'm making very slow progress on my TARDIS. I finished this line here, and I've almost finished going back along the bottom of the TARDIS there. Again, I kind of get suckered into actually watching the episode despite and not stitching. So I think what I need to do is work on it before the episode, sort of while I'm waiting for the episode to start, and then like maybe for an hour or so after the episode. I don't know, I really need to rethink the way that I stitch, particularly on, at least just on this pattern rather, because it takes a little while. So that's that. That's everything that I worked on this week, apart from my crochet blanket, which I've left on the other side of the room. But bear with me a second, I'll go and grab it. I'm back. So this is my crochet blanket. I have been working on this for a couple of years. It's getting there. It will be big enough to go on my double bed. So it's quite long. But can I get... I don't know if I'll get it all in. But this... There we go. That's how much I've done so far. Actually, I think if I hold it up that way. That's how many colours I've got in it so far. There are 25 colours and they have a semi-repeating pattern. A couple of the colours change places in each colour set. But it's getting there. I've nearly done 2 whole colourways. And these 4 colours, this one, this one, this one, and this one, are the ones that I've done this week. Again, since Wednesday, I kind of said to myself, I want to get this finished by next year. So I wrote down every single colour that I had left to do and the colour order, so I get it right. And I have 100 lines, 100 colours, 100 rows left to do. There are 2 rows of each colour. And so yeah, I'm doing a colour a day. It's becoming part of my rotation, so I'll stitch on a project, and then because I find the Q-snaps really heavy, particularly with the Lizzie Kate project, not so much the Doctor Who one because it's tiny, but particularly like the 8x8 ones, I find it just a little bit weighty, because I broke this wrist a couple of years ago, so it's quite weak. It didn't really heal properly, so if I'm stitching for too long, then my wrist really starts to ache and I have to stop. So I can manage about an hour's stitching and then I have to stop and take a break for a bit and then go back to it. So my plan is to do my half an hour to 45 minutes on Lizzie Kate. I found myself doing more than half an hour. I've been doing like 45 minutes because I want to finish one colour and I'm a slow stitcher. So I tend to do a colour on Lizzie Kate or a section, and then I do a stripe on my blanket, which can take anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half, depending on if I'm talking to someone. Or if something's on the telly and I'm watching that instead. And then I choose a different cross-stitch project. So it is becoming part, I'm sort of developing my rotation and I'm really enjoying it actually. I've had a week off this week and I've been able to get a lot of things done throughout the day and sort of spreading it all out. But a lot of it's been happening in the evening as well. So it's been quite nice to kind of say like, okay, these are what I want to work on tonight and this is what I've got to do, and I think this is going to be the right order to work it in. And so far I've had no holdovers, so it's been really good. So that's that project. I don't know if I'll keep showing this in the video. If you guys want to keep seeing it, let me know in the comments down below. But it's just acrylic and it's really soft and I can't wait for it to be finished so I can use it. So that's my blanket. This week, as I said, I will be continuing with my Lizzie Kate. I'm hoping to get Ride a Bike finished and possibly moving on to plant a tree. What else am I doing this week? Wednesday, I will probably be starting something new. If I can find a freebie chart for Back to the Future or something Back to the Future themed, because October 21st, 2015 is the day that Doc and Marty from the second film arrive in the future. So it's kind of a big deal. At least I think it is. So I will be doing something Back to the Future themed for that. Other than that, I have my Doctor Who project on Saturday. And then the only other thing I think I will be working on is my other Lizzie Kate project, which is huge, but it's also kind of new. I haven't been working on it for very long. And that is the Lizzie Kate 6 Fat Men series. So I don't know if this is going to show up, but that's what the entire design looks like. And this is another one that I can't stitch on for very long because I've put it on enormous Q-snaps. And this is as far as I've got. So I am stitching all the borders first, and the freebie charts. So I started putting it in, just to kind of get the placement right. So I could make sure that I got the first box. So I stitched this one first, and then I started doing the pink one. It's actually a big full square, but I got bored. I get bored doing single lines. I get bored with my stitching quite easily. So I started the wording, which I don't know if you can see properly. It will eventually say snowmen melt my heart. It says snowmen meh at the minute. Or, yeah, snowmen M at the moment. So this green box is done. A shovel goes here. The pink box is almost done. This one is done. There's all snow across the bottom. And then this one I'm starting to fill in there. Once all the boxes are filled in, and I've done the little, where is it? There. The little birdhouse in there, which is also included in the freebie chart, which is available from LizzieKate.com. Then I will start filling in each one of the boxes. And I will probably put it on smaller cute snaps, then one for each section. So I can see the entire section. The only reason I've kind of done it like this is so I can see how the entire design will look as it grows. And because I wanted to do all of the boxes first, so I thought it would be easier to see what it all looks like on one giant Q-snap. I think this is the 17 by 17. I will probably never use it this size again. I will definitely break it down so it's smaller again. Yeah. So that is pretty much my plans for the week. So lots of Lizzie Kates, one new start, Doctor Who, and more of my crochet. Hopefully my needle minders will show up this week, because I really want to use them. As I said before in my last video, this is my only needle minder. And he's a little bit front heavy, so it kind of warps the fabric a little bit. But that could just be because I'm not used to using them. I don't know. It's kind of a short video this week. I will apologise as well that my ending got cut off on my last video. I guess I had less space left on my memory card than I thought. When I get paid, I will order a new memory card, because the memory card inside my phone is only 4 gig. So I'm going to order a bigger one so I can actually record a video that is longer than 26 minutes long. Because I have lots of stash that I would love to show and finishes that I would love to show. And I never have enough memory to do it all. So yeah, I think that is everything for this week. I'm sorry it's such a short video and that I've been talking really quickly. It's actually nearly 11:30 at night and I'm really tired. And I'm back at work again tomorrow. So I should probably go to bed. But I'm going to call it quits for there. I can't even talk properly now. I'm going to call it quits for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you again soon with some needle minders. Thanks for watching. Bye!